Well, we got a little technical difficulties tonight. We're going to try to wing through this. My buddy Caleb, he has a messed up finger. What'd they do? Take the nail off?
Well, after I had got it slammed in the door and all that, waited 6 weeks. 6 weeks for that broken finger to heal up. Apparently, they told me I had some pretty gnarly infection stuff growing under the fingernail. They had to clip my fingernail off.
So anyway, we're going to try to do it tonight anyway with technical difficulties with the finger. So anyway, we're going to give y'all a little bit tonight.
Yeah, sorry we're late about this. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Caleb.
You know, I want to tell you something about that happened to one of my dearest friends in the town of Liberty, Mississippi.
Yeah?
You see, he works hauling pulpwood for a paper mill company, right?
Uh-huh.
And he really, really hates it. Well, he was coming back home from the paper mill one night, and he was riding along in his truck, his old pulpwood truck, and he got to getting hot. He didn't have no air conditioning.
Getting hot?
Yeah. And he saw this little beer joint on the side of the road on the way back home across the county line. Well, with his fine Christian teachings,
yeah,
he didn't want to go into this beer joint and order him a cool one. He thought, well, I think one of them orange knee-high belly washer sodas would be great right now.
Uh-huh.
He goes up to the screen door.
Yeah.
And the bartender's back in there, and he says, "Hey." The bartender says, "Hey, what you want, boy?"
Mm-hmm.
Now, keep in mind that he didn't have nothing on between him and the Lord but a pair of overalls.
Right.
The bottom buttons was buttoned up, but the top ones were flopping.
Uh-huh.
Didn't have no shirt, no shoes on.
Ah!
He said to the bartender, he said, "I'll tell you what I want. I want one of them there knee-high belly washer soda waters."
Mm-hmm.
And the bartender says, "We don't want the likes of you in here, you redneck. You just get on out of here. We don't want you in here." He said, "I ain't coming in." He said, "What I want you to do, grab me one of them soda waters, bring it, hand it through me to the screen door. And I'll hand you my money, I'll pay you for the bottle, and I'll drink it while I'm going home."
Uh-huh.
Well, there was some fellas gathered around a table playing some bourrée card game.
Uh-huh.
And one of them looks up and says, "Can't you hear the man? I want you to just get out of here, you hick."
Mm.
And this made my buddy fighting mad.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for him out there on them hot gravels, barefooted. He goes back to his pulpwood truck, reaches down his toolbox, pulls out a lightweight McCulloch chainsaw.
Uh-oh.
Reach down for that start rope. And he walks up to that screen door and he touches the snout of that thing into that screen door. Rings him out a hole in that screen door.
Uh-oh.
And he holds that chainsaw above his head and revs that engine enough to where it'll throw all its screens and wires and hinges off of it. And he steps inside.
Mm-hmm.
And he lets that thing run for a little while. And he revs that engine and throws that chainsaw, slings it at that table.
I'd be running out the door.
Cuts 2 of them legs off. The table said, "Whop!" Cards went flying everywhere. Well, they gave him the beer joint.
Uh-oh.
Exactly.
No! Hey, Caleb.
Hey, Tim.
Guess what?
What?
I went duck hunting again the other day.
All right.
I went duck hunting, went out there in the field. I shot me some ducks. I come back to my truck. Guess who's standing there beside my tailgate of my pick 'em up?
Who?
Game warden.
Ooh! Woo, boy.
Oh, he's standing right there. He said, Tim, he said, I know you've been hunting here. I said, yes, sir, I've been hunting here. He reached in the back of my pickup truck. He pulled out a duck. Pulled it up in there and snipped it on his butt. He said, Tim, he said, this duck's from Oklahoma. I said, yes, sir, that's where I've been hunting. Right here in Oklahoma, I've been shooting my ducks right here.
Whew.
He said, can I see your Oklahoma hunting license? I said, sure. I reach in my wallet. I pull out my Oklahoma hunting license and show it to him. He said, all right, I guess you're legal. I said, yes, sir, I am. He reached in the back of my truck again, pulled out another duck, snipped it on the butt. He said, this duck's from Kansas.
Whew.
He said, do you have Kansas hunting license? I said, yes, sir, I do. Matter of fact, I pulled my wallet back out and opened my Kansas hunting license and give it to him. He said, all right. He said, yeah, well, you're legal. He reached in the back of my truck again, pulled out another duck. Guess what he did?
What?
He held it up in there and sniffed his butt. He said, Tim, this duck ain't from Kansas or Oklahoma. This duck is from Montana. He said, you been hunting in Montana? I said, yeah, I've been hunting in Montana. Well, show me your hunting license in Montana. I reached in my wallet, pulled out Montana hunting license. Here you go, officer. Here it is.
Gotta make sure things are legal, you know.
He said, Tim, just where are you from? You know what I did?
What?
I dropped my overalls and bent over. I said, you tell me you're so good at it.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Caleb.
No, I just remembered another story. You know, my same friend, they gave that beer joint to.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he ain't got much business sense about him. And so he turned a beer joint, and since that ordeal made him so famous, he turned that beer joint into his very own lightweight McCulloch dealership, right? Mm-hmm. Well, one day he decided, you know, I'm just going to quit hauling pulpwood. I'm tired of that.
Yeah.
And he started his own moving company. Saved up some money. He got him a few trucks, got him some friends, helpers. They had one helper named James Lewis. Now, the first call they got, it was this old lady. Said, hey, boy, can you help me move a piano?
Right.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be there tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
They get out to this house, and it's a 3-story house with a big bay window on the second floor.
Uh-oh, I think I know where this is going.
And they get to looking at the doorway to the second floor room where that piano's at.
Yeah.
And there wasn't no way they could get it out. They had shoved that piano in there and then built the door in around it.
Uh-oh.
Well, my buddy said, I know what I'll do.
Yeah.
What he did, he got up on the roof and got one of them 2x6s, hung it out over the roof, nailed it down. Got him one of them blocking tackles and pulleys.
Right.
He said, well, I'll just give me a big old piece of rope and I'll run through that, open them bay windows up. He tied one end of that rope around the piano real good.
Uh-huh.
And he wrapped the other end around that pulley and threw the other end down to the street.
Uh-huh.
And what he did, he went down there and tied the other end of that rope around his wrist there, real tight and good. He said, now what I want y'all to do up there, I want y'all to ease it on out. I'm going to ease it down. Be careful, y'all. Well, James Lewis started pushing that piano out. And I tell you, when that thing left that ledge, that thing started down and he started up.
Oh, yeah.
That piano and my friend passed each other about halfway. That piano hit the ground. Boom! And shattered into 1,000 pieces. Splintered, covered the whole sidewalk.
Oh, man.
His head hit that pulley up there. Whap! And that rope come untied. He fell
Mm-hmm.
and landed backside on all that busted piano. Knocked him unconscious.
Oh, my.
James Lewis ran down to the street. Oh, Marcel, Marcel, speak to me. He started slapping him across the face.
Yeah.
Well, my buddy opens his eyes, says, why on earth should I speak to you? I just passed you twice up there and you didn't say nothing. We got a little special thing we want to do here tonight. We want to know just by how we're doing on these videos. So we got a little special something here. We got a little question we want to ask you, all you viewers on YouTube. Who do you love? Well, who do you love, child? Who do you love? Now who do you love? 147 miles of power line. Got a cool snake for a necktie. Got a brand new house on the roadside. Yeah, round snake high. Got a brand new chin that mama put on the top. Made out of human skull. Come on, take a little walk with me, baby, and tell me who do you love? Who do you love? Now who do you love? Alright. Got a two-song hand on the big eye man. Just 22 and it don't hide down. Who do you love? Who do you love? Well, Arlene took me by my hand. She says, ooh, we boy, you not understand. Who do you love? Well, who do you love now? Who do you love? Who do you love now? Well, the night was dark, the sky was blue. Went over the valley, ice white blue. I hit a bump and somebody scream. You should have heard just what I seen. Who do you love? Now, who do you love, child? Better than yeah. Well, who do you love? Now, who do you love, child? Got a twist on you, they got mine. Well, plus 22 and it don't knock down. Well, snakes get you